The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. And also, let's give a big shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those who love be the first to go missing. It's available on paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia is also garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a terrific actor, brand ambassador, and fitness trainer on the Mike Wagner Show. He's was born in L.A., raised in Pasadena, California. He's still living in sunny California today. He began his fitness career around his 20s, and he was a sales executive at 24 Hour Fitness. And he also worked with number of Oscar-nominated actors, also worked with an Emmy Award-winning producer. He's been in quite a few films, and he loves to work out. And let's talk about how to get in shape. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful sunny California, the very multi-talented actor and personal fitness trainer and brand ambassador, Carlos Escarcega. Carlos, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mike. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, it's great to have you on board, too. So you've been an actor for quite some time, also a personal fitness trainer, also brand ambassador. And you were born and raised you were born in Los Angeles, and you got raised in Pasadena. And you also worked with some award-winning producers, along with some Oscar-nominated actors as well. You've been in a few films, and you've been in fitness for quite some time. And before we get into all that, tell us how you first got started, Carlos.
Sure. So as far as the fitness, I actually started. I started as a sales rep for LA Fitness. Then I went to 24. That's where I started learning a lot, and that's when it became a lifestyle for me. I used to be one of the individuals, like most of us, that would go into the gym and pretend that we knew what we're doing, and you get injuries, and then you're not you're not seeing the results that you expect. And a lot of it has to do because, obviously, just like anyone, you need to have knowledge. And till this day, I still learn more. But the fact is that because of the basics that I've learned, you know how to. There's nothing written in stone as far as fitness. You can always adapt and make something work. From home or whatnot. Especially with the COVID, a lot of the gyms are closed, and I was actually doing home workouts. But anywho. Fitness is a lifestyle, and it has to be a lifestyle. It's not just next month I have a wedding. Well, now you can't really have those because of the COVID, but let's just say a lot of individuals, they reach out to me and they'll say, I need to lose weight. I'm like, what do you need to, how many pounds do you want to lose and whatnot? And it's not really it's not about the pounds. It's about the inches mostly, because if you're going to be working out, you're going to put on some lean muscle tissue. Mm-hmm. So you're going to throw on some extra pounds there, but then you're going to, get rid of some body fat. But anyhow, they asked me, I need to lose it I need to have a summer body. I'm on the end of January. You had to start in July of last year to get
Yeah, I wanted it yesterday, in other words. So.
Right. And then some individuals don't want to put in the work, and it's all about being consistent. Going to the gym 2-3 times a week, it's not going to help. And then there's some individuals that go to the gym for 2-3 hours. I said, why? That's overkill. You're actually eating up your muscle. And then they're only eating 2 times a day, which you're actually supposed to eat small portions throughout the day, about every 3 hours. It doesn't have to necessarily be a meal. But anyhow, I don't want to bore you with all that.
No, it's good, actually. It's good. I mean, it's good for people to learn. So that's a good thing.
Okay, I'll continue then. But yeah, so it's about being consistent. 80% of the way you eat is the way you look. Mm-hmm. But just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean that you're eating correctly, because I hear a lot of people eat 2-3 times a day, and that's it. I eat salads. I said, okay, but you're only 3 times a day. They said, and they asked me, how come I can't get rid of the belly? I'm doing all the crunches in the world. I'm running. I work out for hours at a time. I said, that's the problem. You're working out too much. You should only work out 30 minutes. Well, right now, because of the COVID, it depends, like my home workouts are 15 to 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then I do an hour walk, which is about 44 miles a day. At the gym, you should only work out 30 minutes if you're doing resistance training. Max an hour right now. There are outdoor gyms, but it takes a little bit longer because you have to wait for the equipment. Mm-hmm. And I recommend at least 45-minute walk at an incline. I don't run. Running does burn muscle. If you notice that there's a lot of triathletes or runners or cyclists, you never see that they're always really, really thin. Or they're thin and they have a little belly.
That's a paradox.
So definitely 80% is the way you eat. And I tell them it's not, you can do all the crunches in the world. You're going to have strong abs, a strong core, but the eating is 80% of it. And if you're not doing that, you're not going to get the results you want. You're not going to get rid of that belly fat, because that's the last thing to go. You can't concentrate on where you're going to burn the body fat. Mm-hmm. The body does it on its own. And let's say, for instance, some people that get lipo, I definitely recommend to continue working, to actually start working out if you haven't done so already. Yes, we all want an easy way out, but you're not going to get it unless you're actually working for it and being consistent. When you get lipo, you get rid of the body fat there. Now your body goes into shock. Well, not literally shock, but it just it says, wait a minute, this is where I used to store the body fat. It won't store it in your belly anymore. So actually start storing it in other places. I've seen individuals where they look stocky now because all their body fat's going to their arms or their shoulders. Yeah. So if you are going to get lipo or some kind of surgery, I recommend fitness to workout period. But I definitely recommend, especially if you get some kind of plastic procedures, because that's what's going to end up happening. Your body's not going to stay like that.
He also talks about eating being important as 80% in your diet and exercise and everything. And what are some of the foods that you recommend? And what's basically what's recommended, and what are the foods that you stay away from?
Well, everyone has a different palate, and some people are vegetarian, some people are vegan. If you're like me, I'm a carnivore. I have to have meat. I'm sorry.
Hey, yours truly.
There you go. It's all about portion control, really. I do recommend staying away from bread and sugar, sugary beverages. I do recommend to cheat at least once or twice a week. But when I say cheat once or twice a week, I don't mean the whole day. Just one meal, maybe two, but just watch the portion. Sometimes I crave a burger. I'm not going to lie, but I only eat like a handful of fries, if that, and half the burger.
Right. I guess you want fries takes on a different meaning. So,
right. But yeah, it's good. I mean, life is to be enjoyed. You don't want to just eat like a rabbit every day.
Right. Right, exactly. And also, too, when it comes to exercise, for those that are starting out, what is the most recommended and what's the most basic to start with?
Start out with walks. If you can't go to the gyms or you're afraid to go to the outside gyms, go for a 4-mile walk, an hour walk daily. That's what I was doing for the first 3 months when everything got shut down. Like I mentioned earlier. Even when it was raining, I was walking with an umbrella. I would walk my 4-mile walk. My friend would say I'm crazy, but I said, hey, I have to stay in shape because that's what's helping me get roles in films. And not only that, I also have to, show that if I'm taking care of myself, that means that I'm going to take care of you as well, as far as, personal training or health coaching. Because if I'm not in the same if I don't look, how can I say it? If I look in worse shape than you and I'm trying to train you, would that motivate you? Probably not. So that's why, and it's my lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. Bottom line. You have to change the way you and you know what? Making it a lifestyle, you're actually going to notice that you're going to have more energy. You're going to feel better. Your posture is going to be better. And your confidence is just going to boost. One of my clients I used to train him years ago, but I ended up moving to another city about an hour and a half away. And when I started with him, he could barely do a push-up. And then 6 months later, he was walking around still on a gladiator costume. And that just made me happy because like, there you go. That's the confidence. And he was walking around like, that's my trainer right there. He came back to me a few months ago. Like I mentioned, this COVID, before this, I was in business-to-business sales. I got furloughed and just, pivoted. I had to pivot to do something that I really liked. I'm very passionate about fitness. I love to see when people are seeing results, and I don't feel like, oh, that's me that did it. No, I mean, it was a combination, of both, but it makes me feel good that I was able to be part of that transformation. Just make them feel like one of my clients this last week, I gained 3 pounds of muscle already, Carlos, and we've only been training for a few weeks.
Wow. Amazing.
Thank you. And then she lost some body fat as well. So this is a pound of body fat. If you do it correctly, if you're eating the way you should, every 3 hours, it doesn't have to be a meal. It can be protein shake. It can be nuts. But this is a pound of body fat. You can lose 2 to 3 a week if you do it correctly. That's a combination of the way you eat, cardio, exercise. And when you were asking me how should people start, walking is good. Also, I do recommend resistance training because muscle's active. So if you're working out each muscle group, when I mean muscle group, it would be like bis and tris, shoulders one day. You can do shoulders when you do arms, or when you do back because it's a small muscle group. Legs, glutes, that's a muscle group. So you want to work out a muscle group a day, at least 4 exercises each, and do everything slow. Don't do it. A lot of times you do it fast with momentum. You're not doing anything. You want to do it slow, less repetitions if you have to, because I want you guys to get your results. So what I mean is muscles active. When you work out every muscle group, you and I, if I'm talking to you right now, I'm burning calories because I work out for 5 days a week, a muscle group a day, and I do cardio. I don't skip leg day. So gentlemen, do not skip leg day. It's just it's like women, do not skip upper body. You have to let the muscles rest.
Right. And it's amazing too. I'm currently doing some leg exercises as we speak, and that's a good thing too. So any movement, you're just burning calories. Speaking of burning calories and what we're doing in burning calories, that's a very good point you're bringing up, Carlos. Very good.
And just make it a lifestyle and drink a gallon of water a day. A gallon of water a day. Water is very not only is it good for water is good for to flush out. What it does actually, it flushes out your kidneys, and it flushes out your liver, so it can allow your liver to do its job. Also, it can be considered as a hunger suppressant. Sometimes we think we're hungry, but your body's actually thirsty.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's one thing, and it's also good for your skin. You know, we all want to continue looking younger, right?
Yeah, just like many of us. So yeah, and that's very important indeed too. And I don't know if there's anything you also want to mention too, but in terms of equipment, what are some of the basics that people should have, and if they can't afford, it's like, what are some household items that can use, like say, a chair, or like say a bar or a pole, or say a table or something?
You can actually use the table to do dips, or a chair. I actually would do sometimes when I train individuals at home, I'll get a chair and I'll make them put their feet on the couch or the bed to give it a little bit more of a depth when you do dips, to do your triceps. You can get something in to do biceps. Pretty affordable. What you can get is a stability ball. You can get it online, probably about $20 or $30. Resistance bands, same thing. It's about the same price.
Okay.
And a pull-up bar, and you can do and improvise so many things with those. This is funny because as I was trying to improvise, I actually smacked my head with a band.
Oh no!
And then I just figured, you know what? How am I going to do this? Because I didn't have a bench. So it's kind of probably hard to imagine this, but I had the stability ball pressed against the bed, and I had to thread the rubber band through a kettlebell, so I won't smack my head again with that. But you can do so much just with the rubber bands themselves and at home. There's no need to go to the gym if you can't afford it, or if you just, like I said, because either the shutdown or you're scared because of the COVID. You can do a 15-minute workout at home. And you might even, sometimes, actually, I prefer a superset. What I mean superset is doing several exercises in a row. So let's do arms today. I'll do some arm curls, and then I'll superset it with some laterals for your shoulders, and then forward laterals as well. Then push-ups, then crunches. Take a break, do it again. Do that 4 times. You actually did cardio at the same time because you're doing it so fast. Your heart rate's just that high. And then the walk is just a bonus, And if you do things correctly, be consistent. 4 to 5 days a week, 4 days minimum, and do the eating. Like I said, it's very important. If you do that, you're going to see changes every 2 weeks. Take a picture of yourself. And then you're going to start noticing that you're changing. And don't always worry about the weight. People always focus on the weight. And the weight is not, it's the inches. Mm-hmm. When I would tell somebody, they said, "Oh, I want to lose 20 pounds." I said, "You crazy? You want to disappear?" And they said, "Well, I just want to lose it." I said, "If I can get you to look this way that you want, but you weigh the same, would you care how much you weighed?" No, right? And at first, "No, I want to." I said, "Why?" It doesn't make any sense, because you're going to look the way you want, but yet you probably, obviously you're going to lose some weight, but you're not going to lose the weight that you exactly wanted. Because, when you're working out, you're putting on some lean muscle tissue, which is weight. Mm-hmm. And if somebody ever tells you, "Oh, muscle weighs more than fat," well, how do you, a pound of something is a pound of something. It doesn't make, it's just more dense. Mm-hmm. It's like somebody telling me, "Oh, would you rather get smashed by 1,000 pounds of feathers or 1,000 pounds of steel?" Neither, because it's 1,000 pounds. It's still going to kill me, right?
1,000 pounds of 1,000 pounds. That's right.
Exactly. So yeah, don't focus. For people, don't focus too much on the weight. Just focus on the results. Mm-hmm.
And of course, the results indeed. And you also had some good results by getting into movies. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a shout out to our official sponsor, international award-winning author Mia Mohsen Zia, called Missing. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing is a fast-paced, intriguing novel with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love would be the first to go missing. Missing by Mia Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and love by many famous celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Missing by Mia Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and also on Apple, and heard on worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with actor, personal trainer, and brand ambassador Carlos Escarcega here on the Mike Wagner Show. Had some great fitness tips and learned a lot. And this also ventured into the getting into Hollywood, and a really unique story. You've been in a few films, like with Safehouse, Concreterose, and Atlast. And tell us about those films and how'd you first get involved with Hollywood?
So it was actually a blessing. I never thought about being an actor. Never thought about being an actor. I've been in business-to-business sales for way over 20 years. I stopped going out. I used to be a party animal when I was younger. So
just like many of us.
Yeah. And it's funny. A lot of people think, well, now they know I don't, but they used to think that I was. But I stopped partying in my 30. I think I was 30 years old. I'm 44 now. Mm-hmm. I used to be the third wheel with my buddy and his wife all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So they said, you got to get out. How are you going to meet a woman? I said, online. But I quit that months ago already. And I'll tell you the story about that. So they invited me to a dinner in the Hollywood Hills. I said, whoa, that's kind of bougie. So we went. I went with them and met some great people. Paul Street, his fiance Liz, and some of their friends. And at that time, actually, I just got laid off.
Oh my!
And they were talking about something. I said, "What are you guys talking about?" And he says, "Oh, we're talking about a movie." I said, "Oh, you're in the film industry." They said, "Yeah. Like, do Do you guys need salespeople in the film industry? And we exchanged numbers. The individual, actually, Paul Street, great guy, and also James Bonfiglio. I didn't meet him until later. He's the producer for Safehouse, the Safehouse. We became friends, and then a few weeks later, he just says, "Hey, I want you to be in my movie." And I was just at awe. I said, "Well, I've never acted before." So months later, we did a scene, and his fiance Liz took a video of it, and he just says, "You should continue. You should pursue acting. You look great on camera, and you're a natural." So that was humbling. It was a blessing, and I'm grateful to God that He's done that, because it's opened the doors for me for that, and for a passion that something that I really liked. It's hard to act. People think it's easy. It's actually really hard.
Mm-hmm. Many of us have been there.
Yeah, the character, you have to change character, whatnot. But it's been a blessing. And then after that, just another door opened with Atlast. A buddy of mine called one of the gentlemen that I met, Marco de la Parra. He calls me one day and he says, "Hey, are you busy tomorrow?" I said, "No, wait, what's going on?" He said, "We need. I'm working with the director, Lorena Gordon. Lorena's awesome, and says, we need a. He said a jock. Well, when you think jock, you think in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I texted him. He's a high school jock. I'm 43 years old.
I was gonna say you still look like one and pass like one. Why not?"
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I said, "Okay, yeah, sure, fine." And he says, "Just shave." I said, "Yeah, not a problem. Shave." Atlast, it's a short film. My scenes were cut because it's a short film. I didn't get, but it was a blessing to work with all the director and producers, and I met some really good friends. And actually, George Lopez comes out on that one. Mm-hmm. That one already came out.
Oh, wow!
Came out online, and a great individual. He's Oscar nominated also. Zach, he came out on Peanut Butter Falcon. Mm-hmm. Great kid. And then next, I came up, and then next, just recently, actually a couple months ago now, I was asked to be in Concreterose, which I was actually getting interviewed. I started getting interviewed on Facebook by a filmmaker, great lady. She's a great person. Then from there, someone else heard the interview, and then they interviewed me, and then from there, that's where they made the call. They said, "I just interviewed this gentleman, listened to his testimonial," because it actually became a testimonial.
Wow!
It started off like just you and I talking, and they were asking. She was asking me, Virginia Rose. She was asking me about, the acting and whatnot. And one thing, darn, it's gonna turn into a darn testimonial again. I get all I get all emotional. So through this pandemic, I got furloughed. I'll be honest, it's a job it was a great paying job, but I just started a job right before the pandemic, and all in honesty, I know I didn't want to do that job.
Listen to the Geico lizard. It's like, if you love what you do, it's not a job. Listen to the lizard.
Yes. So through this pandemic, I think I mentioned to you earlier, I've been Christian for a very long time, but I never consider myself a bad person. I think a lot of people will tell you that I'm not, that I'm a good person, because I'm very helpful. I'm very kind-hearted. My mom raised me well. I still believe in chivalry, respect others, respect women, respect everyone, an individual, no matter what religion you are, no matter what ethnicity, gender, or any of that. None of that. You should always treat people with respect. But I would go to church, and that was it. Yet I was Christian. Yet I was all in the worldly things. I got baptized. I lost my father during the pandemic. Not through COVID. Shortly after I got baptized, son of a gun. Right before my baptism, the furlough, the no, not working. I almost took my life.
Oh my gosh.
But I couldn't do that to my family because we just lost my dad.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I said, I can't do this to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm better than that, dang it,
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to disappoint my family nor God because that's the cowardly way out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, and I'm not a method actor, just an FYI, so I don't really know how to cry out.
Well, you're doing a really good job. I got to say that's like I'm feeling the emotion as well too. Especially some of your films, and we'll get to a couple of your films, but continue the story. I mean, this is just really powerful and moving.
Thank you. So after I got baptized, and you know what the people were saying, you know what baptism is, right? I said, well, I got baptized when I was a kid. I was a baby. I was Catholic. Well, that's different. That's more of a religious thing and ceremonial thing. And I said, what does it mean? He says, basically, you die. I said, whoa. And you're reborn. So I didn't know how to understand that. I said, okay, sure, why not? But let's do it. I just felt compelled to do it. I know God was leading me to do that for a reason, because I know he's getting me ready for the next level, whatever it is. I started changing.
Mm-hmm.
I started changing for the best. I mean, like I said, I don't think I've never been a bad person. Did I do a lot of stupid things? Yes, of course. I got rid of the online dating. I've been focusing on my relationship with God and myself. So I just pushed all that away. I think to be honest, I think I was just dating, and then it was, yeah. So that's done for now. One day I'll find that one gal that's God-fearing and will be there with me to make some great memories together and we're worship the Lord together and walk together with the Lord. But he's changed me and been very blessed. And we're all fearful right now.
Mm-hmm.
The pandemic, people they're not working, they don't know how they pay their bills. I really, really recommend start looking. I mean, I'm a non-denominational Christian, so I don't want to disrespect anyone, because some people don't like to hear about religion and whatnot. Like I said, I don't believe in religion. I just believe in the walk with God. The Lord's been opening up so much doors for me, like in the film industry. I never thought to be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, as far as the personal training, I said, you know what, let's just do this. Actually, my friend Rachel Dares is the one that said, why don't you do, that's your passion, or do something that you like. I said, you know what, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So we've all scared. I've been scared, but you know what? The Lord's always been opening doors or helping me out one way or another. I'll say, you know what? How am I going to do this today? Or how am I going to do that? And then next thing you know, boom, small little miracle happened.
Wow.
After that. And we have to stay in faith. Does the enemy wants you to be scared.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to push you away from God as well. Because he does all this. Because he doesn't. There was a sermon that I heard. What I try to do now, instead of just going to church once a week, I go to church. I join a Bible study. I try to listen to the Bible app. I'll try to listen to a sermon from Elevation Church or just different pastures, and I just try to keep it up because it's funny how when they say that the living water, right? You're always thirsty for more because you're actually thirsty for more, and you want to hear more about God. Why? Because it's comforting. Mm-hmm. Because when it happens, when you're just in fear, you get anxiety, depression, which I went through that before this, through this pandemic, and I think a lot of us have. And don't let the enemy win. Mm-hmm. Don't let the enemy win. Mm-hmm. Be, if you don't, I don't know who you believe in, but believe in, and trust me, God is there. He's shown me every day that he's there. Just be positive, be kind to people, and expel good energy. And when you give out good energy, you're going to get good energy back.
Mm-hmm. And that's very important as well, too. And of course, I'm not sure if we got to Safehouse and concreterose, and maybe tell us quickly about those two, and where can we find your films at?
Yeah, so the Safehouse, that's the first film I was in, and I play a bad guy. They say you look like a bad guy, so I'm like, but you know what? The good guys are always playing the bad guys, right? That one actually just got locked last week. We still have to do some. I got some ADR for some of the actors, including myself, and I'm hoping that it should be out sometime in the next few months. Hopefully, concreterose is still being worked on.
Okay.
And then there's a couple other projects after Safehouse, and actually there should be a couple more projects. I can keep you updated once I find out, because there's no names for these projects yet.
Okay.
And I've been very blessed. I haven't had to do an audition yet, thank God. I don't even know what that is. I'm sure it's. It'd be nerve-wracking, but you know what? We'll cross that path when it comes. Yeah.
Okay. That's very fantastic as well, too. And we'll be back with Carlos Escarcega, the actor and personal trainer, in just 1 minute. Listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios and by our official sponsor, international award-winning author Mia Motion. Zia of Missing. We'll be back after this timeout. We're back with Carlos Escarcega here on the Mike Wagner Show, actor and personal trainer, brand ambassador, and more. And of course, you just gave us a great testimony and a great career, and you're very inspiring about fitness and everything. What can you expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Carlos?
2021, I'd like to be in more films, and not just. It's actually, I enjoy it. It's fun. It's and then I get to I've been working with some great individuals. I haven't met anyone that I didn't like. Everybody is just really great. I'm a very friendly person. I mean, anyone that knows me can tell you that I just make friends easily with anyone. And so more. I'm looking forward to some more movies in the future, and helping some people see a change in their lives and their lifestyles, and make them feel better about themselves physically, mentally, emotionally. Just I'm going to do what God wants me to do, and is be that light. I want to be that light. And if I can help people to bring out the light in them as well, I'll be a happy man. I'll be a very happy man.
And you certainly are very happy in what you're doing. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career, Carlos?
Paul Street is the one that got me into the film industry. Great individual. The producer, James Bonfiglio. There's just so many people that I'd like to thank. God first and foremost, because without him, none of this would have came to play. But I think there's so many individuals that, if I forget your names, I'm not going to forget your names, but it's a live interview where
I'm sure that'll come up later too, and I'd love to have you back on later in 2021, and you'll have more of more talk about as well too. And I'd love to have you back on. It's been great. And lastly, what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point, Carlos?
Best advice is be positive. Don't sell yourself short. You know, whatever in life it is, whether it's to get in shape or just as a person, be positive. Be positive and try to surround yourself around positive people. Try to be that light that God wants you to be. Don't try, do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
just
try to
do like Yoda, just do.
There you go. I can't do it like you can, though.
That's okay. I mean, I can't, bench press like you do, but that's okay too. So,
but yeah, just be positive. Whenever you start to fear something, that's just the enemy trying to stop you from. You know what? That sermon I was trying to tell you. Whenever you're being attacked spiritually, that's because the enemy sees you as a threat because God has a better plan for you. So just pray, have faith, and just know that if you're not being attacked, there's a problem. If you're being attacked spiritually, that's because you are a threat to the enemy. But you know what? At the end of the day, God always wins. So just pray for him. Pray, and if you ever need prayer, I mean, it's funny because I like I said, I didn't know how to pray. I just would go to church once a week, and that's just the Holy Spirit in me. When I'm just let's pray for each other, and be helpful to each other. Let's not be selfish. Open the door for people. People don't do that anymore. Return phone calls.
Oh, yeah. Of course, technology like this can be a blessing and a curse. I know what you mean.
Yes, people just are texting or just, we know you have that phone next to you. Mm-hmm. I see you with that phone next to you. I mean, it's just, be, I'll skip all that, but just be a positive individual.
and of course, we'll talk more about that next time. Once again, Carlos Escarcega, also the actor and personal trainer here on the Mike Wagner Show. Carlos, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely inspirational. Looking forward to having you again soon. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people check out your works? And how can people get a hold of you for some fitness training, even if it's online or during the pandemic?
Yeah, so the movies are going to be, the Concreterose still being worked on. John Villanueva was the director, great guy. I'm hoping that the Safehouse should be out soon. But you can reach me at Carlos Escarcega Official, and that's CarlosEscarcega Official. And that would be on both Instagram and Facebook.
We'll certainly look forward to doing that. Once again, Carlos, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. You've been absolutely terrific, Carlos.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. God bless.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionsea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.